By 2007, MV Explorer had completed over 250 successful expeditions to Antarctica. But in November 2007, it embarked on what would be its final voyage, a journey from which it would never return. The final expedition on November 11, 2007, MV Explorer began its 19-day journey from Ushuaia, Argentina, passing through the Falkland Islands and South Georgia Island, ultimately heading to Antarctica. On board were 100 passengers and 54 crew members, ready to experience the majestic frozen world once more. The ship was under the command of Captain Bengt Wyman, a 49-year-old with years of experience navigating icy waters. His reputation reassured the passengers. However, the unpredictable Antarctic conditions always pose new challenges, no matter the captain's experience. At the start of the journey, Captain Wyman made a surprising decision. He changed the planned route. His intention was to avoid heavier ice fields and take a more open path. For the first 10 days, everything went smoothly. Trouble in the ice on the evening of November 22nd. As the sun set and passengers retreated to their cabins, the ship entered a dense ice zone. The captain announced over the speaker system that passengers might hear repeated loud banging noises due to ice collisions and that they should remain calm. He slowed the ship down to just 5 knots, about 10 km/h. The Explorer was carefully moving from thin surface ice into thicker, older layers, but in the darkness of night, around 10 p.m., the ship suddenly came to a halt with a loud thud. Initially, most people ignored it, thinking it was expected. However, the ship had struck a large mass of hard ice. The ship soon resumed movement, continuing forward. What no one knew at the time was that the impact had punctured the ship's hull, and water was slowly seeping into the lower compartments. Panic and evacuation passengers were jolted awake when cold water started flooding into their cabins, which were located in the ship's lower decks. Panic spread. Everyone began scrambling to save themselves. Water was now entering through electrical sockets, air vents, and door gaps. When the captain realized the water pressure was increasing uncontrollably, he understood the situation was now beyond repair. He immediately ordered the evacuation of the ship, and the crew began deploying lifeboats. Though the ship had exited the ice zone, the flooding had caused it to tilt to one side, making operations difficult. The crew quickly worked to evacuate everyone. The ship was still 46 kilometers away from its intended destination, and with this level of damage, there was no way it could make it.